How did we come up with Ben 10's Omnitrix is the question.
Well, the watch and the idea of walking in someone else's shoes, being able to see something through another person's eyes, experience the world through theirs, was kind of at the very core of the idea. And the rest of it was kind of battered around in a fight as to how best to show that. When we finally came on the watch, because there were a couple of other devices, but that was just more kind of fun stuff of how best to do that. At the very root of it was that idea. Because it also went with the other theme, which was Batman was a kid, and he was given all of these big heroes or these big alien figures, but it was still always Ben inside of him. So it was a lot about identity. But Grandpa Max was there, his family was there to kind of also help. So all of those things, they're all thematically feeding onto each other about identity, about being able to see through other people's eyes, or at least experience the world that way for a while, and also youth and learning. So
yeah, but also the fact that he was only an alien for a certain amount of time. There was a time limit on how long, and he would revert back to Ben. The watch seemed like a way to kind of hit that point home that he's got a limited amount of time. He would say it's hero time, and all that crap kind of went together and said, hey, should be a watch.
Well, and also it sort of gives you an idea about how we worked too. In the initial, Duncan had done some drawings in the beginning, and Ben actually had like a portal,
dimension door.
Yeah, that opened out of his chest, and things sort of came out of it, and it was really cool. Like the designs were cool, but it was it was a little freaky, I think.
Yeah,
so we would talk about it and go, well, should it be a separate device? And it was a belt at one point, So you take ideas and we throw them out onto the table, and then we pick them apart.
it was a 10-sided die at one point.
Sure, yeah.
Well, and the 10-sided die was important because we liked the randomness. The initial concept was Ben hits the watch and doesn't know who he's going to get. And then Cartoon Network did all this focus testing, and kids were like, that's dumb, I want to be able to pick my hero. So then it became that suddenly, so that the die didn't work anymore because he wouldn't be able to control it. And then, after a couple episodes, writers were thinking, and rightly so, this kind of would be better if we didn't know what we were getting, so we had to build in this idea that, it changes into stuff he didn't want, and it's all organic and it